Poison types, you ask? Bah! What's there to talk about with poison types? Well, I'm here to tell you there's a lot to talk about. Now, poison types are useful. Offensively, not so much. They only get a same type attack bonus when they're attacking grass Pokemon, which, it's not that useful. They also don't affect steel Pokemon at all, which means those little toxic spikes they lay, yeah, steel Pokemon don't care. Now, defensively, they kind of get their butt kicked by ground type attacks, which is obviously pretty prevalent. They also don't like psychic type attacks, which again kick their ass in the first generation, but it's a much different story today. Now, there are a lot of, like I said, there are a lot of good poison Pokemon. Weezing, for example, is a poison Pokemon that I don't think is that great, but a lot of people use. If you look at it closely, you notice that it has Levitate, which means that it is not affected by ground type attacks, meaning it just has one weakness. That's not a bad defensive Pokemon to have. Plus it blows up, so that's always a nasty surprise. There's also Gengar, which is a poison type, though I really think of it as a ghost. And then you've got things like Tentacruel. What's good about Tentacruel, you might ask? Well, it kind of totally shuts down Infernape, or at least it did in the competitive scene at a certain amount of time. Infernape was such a problem that people realized, hey, Tentacruel resists fire and fighting. Why not? And it kind of worked. There's also Drapion, which I think is a new poison Pokemon that's rather interesting. Now, I actually know that MTG Xerxes, who is a competitive battler on YouTube, actually used a poison type team to win a type team tournament. Now, if you have a favorite type, actually, you know what? My brother suggested that poison type Pokemon all sound like some sort of diseases. So, for example, I have Crobat, but it's not flaring up right now, so it's not a problem. If you have your own venereal disease or other disease-related poison Pokemon joke, please put it in the comment box and we'll all have a hearty laugh.